Good morning, everybody. Hey, welcome to this Friday, the 11th of July. Hope you've had a great week. We've had technology challenges, but hopefully today will be successful. Glad you're with us. We got Dave join us here in just a few seconds. We had, let's just call it kind of a down day yesterday, I believe.
Dang, new records again. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. did you did you hear that, or was that just me?
No, no, no. I hit a button, so yeah.
Oh, okay. The robot voice said we're being recorded. I'm
Yep,
glad to
yep.
know that. Yesterday, we were up by 192 points on the Dow. That's getting close to another record high, but the Standard & Poor's and the NASDAQ both up as well. Both set new record highs. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong in the world right now if you look at our markets, at least the way they closed for the last couple of days, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, day before we had a mixed bag, but yesterday's a good day. But we're talking more about tariffs again. I mean, it
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like Canada's back on the daggum radar, and so looking at a 35% tariff on Canada. So, I think that's probably got our futures a little upset this morning.
And it probably, too, was upset a little bit by our exchange with Brazil. Now, keep in mind, with Brazil, we actually carry a trade surplus with Brazil, but we slapped a big, heavy threat of a tariff on Brazil because President Trump doesn't like the fact that they're trying their former president. That kind of adds a whole new dimension to the entire tariff discussion because now all of a sudden it's not economic policy, it's a tool of foreign policy. And that's got to rattle a few traders because now all of a sudden, okay, fine, you can strike a deal for trade, and we still might not like you. I got to believe that puts a little bit more uncertainty into the marketplace, doesn't it?
I would think so. Now we're using it for political purposes and not economic reasons. So yeah, I think that definitely adds another element of uncertainty and how else is he going to use it?
Absolutely, and a lot of that is going to be seen, especially in the overseas markets, when we get to them in a couple of minutes. Tidbits as far as interest rates are concerned. The Fed's Chris Waller was doing a rubber chicken speech on Thursday, and he said that he thinks the Fed could still consider cutting interest rates at the July meeting. Good Lord, he's kind of out playing the Lone Ranger right now, given what we read about the minutes the other day, didn't he?
Yeah, but the minutes for the last meeting, so I guess there could have been some. He may not be the only one. There may be some other governors that are on the fence that way as well. Even though because so much has happened and because looking forward to tariffs again, it could be one of those things that hey, it may be a point of discussion and
That's
contention.
At the very least, they may be discussing it in a week or two. Got to make mention of something that you and I used to, and I emphasize used to, make a lot of fun of. All of a sudden, Bitcoin is looking like, at the very least, a growth investment. It went crazy yesterday, over 113,000 on Bitcoin, and I'm looking at my futures markets this morning, and I'm showing Bitcoin over 118,000. Given the fact that it was frittering around 70,000 not too many months ago, suddenly that's looking pretty hot, isn't it?
It is. I mean, we've hit another all-time high, and it seems to be institutions piling into the ETF. So that people buying the ETF causes the institutions to go out and buy Bitcoin to back it up, and so that's given us a rise in Bitcoin.
Evidently. It's kind of an interesting, but I'm still calling it a risky investment. I suspect you probably would too, but all of a sudden it's looking like, at the very least, it's a serious tool. Other junk going on, just political tidbits. Kellogg is being purchased. Ferraro has clinched a deal to acquire Kellogg's for $3 billion plus, which means you might be able to get Nutella on your Fruit Loops before too terribly long. Not sure.
Right.
Not sure that sounds particularly appetizing, but they end up getting mixed together in the process. It's an incredibly slow day in terms of economic releases. No data dumps coming out of the government, but we had a three reports that came out after the bell yesterday, and one of them is one that we've been watching because they just went public a little while ago. How did Levi Strauss do with the jeans business?
Levi Strauss did well. They beat by about 9 cents a share, came in at 22 cents a share. Revenue was ahead of expectations as well. One of the things they've done to help themselves is they've started doing direct to consumer sales, which kind of takes out the retailer in the middle. And so that's helped them substantially in margins. And so that's been good. They're talking about possibly raising their dividends as well and their full year guidance. So Levi Strauss up 8.1% this morning before we
Whoa.
get going. Yeah, not bad at all.
Any
The
other indications? Any other indications we got this morning?
don't really have any direct earnings that have come out. BP came out with their second quarter results, strong, but they came in and they put some exceptions in there. They expect lower oil prices or oil sales. They expect lower gas sales. All those things could put some hurt on their earnings this next quarter. They're up 2% this morning.
Well, even with not too good guidance, being up is good news.
That's right.
Resetting the table for the morning, I was mostly positive on Wall Street yesterday, and then that world-famous half-hour news cycle started getting to it overnight, and I'm not liking the color that I'm seeing on my futures charts this morning. How are we doing 45 minutes early?
A lot of red, Dave. A lot of red. The Dow Jones Industrial is down 0.6%. The S&P 500 is down just a tad over 0.5%. And the NASDAQ 100 is down just a little shy of 0.5%. The Russell 2000 is the big loser right now, down 0.7%. On the other side, man, silver's going crazy this morning, Dave, up almost 3.2%, $38.50 an ounce.
Wow.
Yeah, that's got to be a recent high for sure. Gold's up 1.3%, $3,368. Crude oil's up 1.16%. That's $67.33 a barrel right now.
Still sounds a little like the range we were in yesterday. It sounds like we're getting an up and down trading range each day on that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it seems like, and we end up back about the same spot.
Yeah, it feels that way anyway. Overseas markets, the Asian Rim markets were profoundly mixed over the overnight hours. The Chinese mainland markets couldn't even figure them out. One of them was up by 0.6%. The other one was dead flat. Over in Europe, they're profoundly unhappy with what's going on with our tariff negotiation policies because everything's down in Europe. Average European index is down by well over 1% halfway through their trading day. Getting a hold of a guy that knows how to make my retirement dreams turn into retirement plans get more important with every year I pass. How do I get a hold of you to make it happen for me, Phillip?
Then give us a call, 863-382-0037, to schedule this a 30-minute phone call where we'll talk about where they are, where they're trying to get to, and make sure that they're on the right path. Answer all their questions when it comes to retirement issues. And then join us this weekend for the Statler Financial Radio Show, 6 a.m. and noon on Saturday, 10 a.m. Sunday morning on Highlands News Talk, 7:30 a.m. and 95.3 FM.
And you and me in a special appearance on Monday morning here on Lights. You have a great weekend, my friend.
All right, buddy. Talk to you then.
Take care. It's 105.7 Light FM and Statler Financial Services, Phillip Statler.
Imagine for a moment that an intense storm is pounding your house.
I tried to push this out a little early. If you're late, tell Danny it